how they spoke your name. Emotional. I don't think they heard you, man. Emotional. Who's the best rapper around? Emotional. Who's the new killer in town? Emotional.
Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Emotional, and guess what?
I'm back!
And I'm better than ever. And can't forget this.
Ooh, chavo!
That's right, y'all. I'm your sultan of sexy. You know where the best be. It's me. Can't you see? I'm fresh and so clean. Nah, I mean. And today, we're about to get into this request that was sent to your boy via my comment section for Mr. Traumatik Psychedelic Ascension. This thumbnail looks interesting. I'm expecting this mug to be premium. I've never reacted to this person a day in my life from what I remember. I don't know if I have. If I have, I'm sorry. Sexy and slow, the same amount of letters. So before we get into it, I just like to let everybody know ahead of time that I might have to skip around for legal copyright reasons. I'm not for sure. You know how YouTube and all these labels and all this copyright stuff is. It is what it is. I'm just letting y'all know ahead of time so you can't be like, oh, why you ain't tell us? I don't understand why you doing that. Why you skip around? I'm doing that because I ain't gonna get my vids blocked for nothing and nobody. Okay. And on top of that, I just ask y'all for 1, 2, 3 things. Go ahead and hit that subscription button because we're the sexy, the best looking family on the tube. Turn your post notifications on so you can activate your sexy. And then go ahead and hit that like button for a dash of more premium level sex up. Hit. Now, let's go ahead and get into this. This is Mr. Traumatik Psychedelic Enlightenment. Y'all know what I like to do. Hit him with the gyration wood. Hit him with the gyration wood. Hit him with the gyration. What? This. Get it!
They're not drugs, no, they're plants. Yes, show love, be grateful, give thanks. They're grown organically, not artificially enhanced. These psychedelic compounds, they're medically advanced. They're not drugs, no, they're plants. Them tablets you're taking, they're profiting the banks. If you don't believe it's true, I'll make them talk to Frank, walk the plank. Psychedelics, they're important plants. I want some magic mushroom.
I don't really know how I feel about it off rip. It's an interesting perspective talking about the plants and everything. So I'm gonna listen to it a little bit more and see what he's talking about.
Magic mushrooms for breakfast, and when I finish them, I'm asking for some extras. Dimethyltryptamine, that's next up. And when it comes to ayahuasca, I'm just reckless, tripping out on psychedelic fungus. Sacred shapes spiraling, isometric wonders, intertwining frequencies, rhyme generic numbers. I'm fighting evil entities with 9 electric nunchucks, it's mental. When I hallucinate, it's not just my imagination. I see entities residing in a spiritual dimension. These psychedelic compounds, they're altering my eyes.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get where he's going with it. Okay, it's on some like, basically like on some like spiritual stuff or whatever. Yeah, okay, I think I'm getting it. Because you know what I'm saying, like this is the first time I'm hearing it, so it's gonna fly over my head. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of stuff is gonna fly over my head. There, why can't I push the button, man? Push the button. You have one job, my boy. Push the doggone button. There we go.
To see a wider range of light of the visible light spectrum. Truth that's stranger than fiction. This world that we're living in is mythical, I question. Everything that doesn't make sense to me, I research relentlessly while I'm chilling in my section. They're not drugs, no, they're plants. Yes, show love, be grateful, give thanks. They're grown organically, not artificially enhanced. These psychedelic compounds, they're medically advanced. They're not drugs, no, they're plants. Them tablets you're taking, they're profiting the banks. If you don't believe it's true, I'll make them talk to Frank, walk the plank. Psychedelics, they're important plants. It's all truth, I don't care if I embarrass them. It's all truth, and the truth is I'm a savage one. Truth hurts, so I kill them with comparisons. The human race is not a sprint, it's a marathon. You need your bodies, don't damage them. Use your brain.
That's real. That's real. The human race is not a sprint, it's a marathon. I think that's something that a lot of us struggle with, though, is realizing it's not a sprint, including myself. I be trying to make everything a sprint instead of like, what are you doing? Understanding it's a marathon. You can't just rush through everything. You gotta like, you know, you just gonna take some time before you get to where you trying to go. I feel like it's in the older generation as well as in the new generation where it's like we really all struggle. We want everything now. We want it now. We want it now. Or we want somebody to change now. We want somebody to get right now. Like, it's not a sprint, my boy. It's not a sprint. And I'm talking to myself too, man.
Take responsibility, there's only you to blame. Don't believe the lies they're telling you, they're too insane. Man-made drugs cause agonizing brutal pain. The psychedelics have...
That is so true, bro. The folks really paid attention to the side effects of a lot of these medications. Some of them actually help, but there's others that really will like send you through a loop. They'll make you 10 times worse, bro. That's the crazy kicker part. And then they'll still push it on you. Like, no, you need this for another 2 years. You need that for another 3 years. You need that. I'm like, I haven't struggled with this for the last 3 years. Like, what are you talking about? I still need it. I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense, bro. I don't know, bro. A lot of these folks be weird.
Help you see like opticians. I'm microdosing daily to regain my lost visions. And when I'm walking up the Welsh mountains for magic mushrooms every day, trust me, that's long missions. But I'm a psychedelic master like parents. Everyone is equal, rich people and the peasants. The future isn't known, the past isn't pleasant, but life's a gift.
Yes. People be making it seem like their money makes them better than you. It doesn't. It doesn't. And again, I'm talking to myself because I have to realize this stuff too. Like, folks be making it seem like, oh, you're broke, so I'm better than you. I can afford this, so I'm better than you. No. You know what's crazy? I know a lot of y'all have seen this too, but like, I've seen more homeless people that are okay with who they are versus rich people who are not okay with who they are, but they put it out there like they are okay. Even people in other countries where like they're not as fortunate, they have more peace. They have more joy. They look like they enjoy life a whole lot more than these folks who have hella money, bro. That's the crazy part about it.
Life's a gift. Enjoy the present. And when it comes to psychedelics, I'm an expert. Wow. I got the knowledge in my head, it's not just guesswork. I go picking psilocybin till my legs hurt. 5 grams of magic mushrooms will make your head burst. I don't do man-made drugs, you know they're menacing. Stay away from crack, stay away from heroin. Stay away from coke, stay away from ketamine. All you really need to do is roll a spliff with lemon and CBD is...
You ain't have to tell me not to do crack and all that. I ain't touching none of that. Nope, I ain't touching none of that. No, sir. None of them.
Medicine, THC is psychoactive. The healing properties on point like a gyrographis. Don't take me for a dickhead, I'm no spastic. I go frantic, I'm a psychedelic, psychopathic. I never tried no acid, but I can fucking fly. I leave my body astral travel and I touch the sky. Don't let your life flutter by like a butterfly. Every single person that you care about is gonna die. They're not drugs, they're plants. Show love, be grateful.
Okay, he either said every person that we love is going to die or every person that we know is going to die. Either way it goes, it's the same thing. It's still going to be hard to deal with regardless because I'm like, dog, like, I understand we got to accept it, but it's just one of the things that's just going to be hard to just accept. I'm sorry, death is just something that, I guess for me personally, I'm like, I've only had to really deal with it one time, and ironically, it was from one of my homegirls committing suicide, so it's like, bro, like, oh, like, death is just something that's just hard to deal with. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Give thanks. They're grown organically, not artificially enhanced. These psychedelic compounds are medically advanced. They're not drugs, they're plants. Them tablets you're taking, they're profiting the banks. If you don't believe it's true, I'll make them talk to Frank, walk the plank. Psychedelics, they're important plants. They're not drugs, you dickhead, they're plants. Be grateful, give thanks. They're grown organically, not artificially enhanced. These psychedelic compounds are medically advanced. You dickhead, they're plants. Them tablets you're taking, profit in the banks.
Oh.
If you don't believe it's true, I'll make them talk to Frank.
Let me know if I have this right. He's comparing marijuana to man-made medication. I think that's what he's talking about. Okay, I think I have it right now. Okay.
Frank walk the plank. Psychedelics, they're important plants. They're not drugs, they're plants. Show love, be grateful, give thanks. They're grown organically, not artificially enhanced. These psychedelic compounds are medically advanced. They're not drugs, they're plants. Them tablets you're taking, they're profit in the banks. If you don't believe it's true, I'll make them talk to Frank, walk the plank. Psychedelics, they're important plants.
The psychedelic experience is as central to understanding your humanness as having sex, or having a child, or having responsibilities, or having hopes and dreams, and yet it is illegal. This is an outrage. It's a sign of cultural immaturity, and the fact that we tolerate it is a sign that we are living in a society as oppressed as any society in the past.
All right, y'all, that's the end of that song. It was an interesting perspective. Do I agree with everything? No, I don't. I just don't. But a lot of stuff he was saying, I'm like, okay, I can get with you on that part. I can get with you in certain parts, but in others, I'm like, I don't agree with that. But like I said, like, it's an interesting perspective, you know, compared like the whole like marijuana medication thing and all the other stuff and whatever. But like I said, it's a really interesting perspective. It's like, I like to hear those types of perspectives just to kind of see what folks are really talking about. You know what I'm saying? But overall, like, it took me a minute to really kind of get into it. I didn't really get into it till maybe like the second verse, I think it was. But it was a cool little thing. I had to really understand what he was talking about, because I was like, huh? Which direction is he going? And then I was like, oh, okay, he's going this way. Got you. Okay. But it was a nice little joint, you know what I'm saying? It kind of gave me like them little 80s, 90s vibes, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it kind of gave me a boom bap vibe, I guess. But I like how he flows within the pocket. I like how he flows. It's very smooth. It was very with the beat. It wasn't like over the top. You can tell he'd been doing it for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So other than like, you know, the disagreements, but it was a pretty cool little song. I give it maybe like a 6 for me personally. It's not really my speed, you know what I'm saying? But overall, like I said, it was a pretty decent track. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. And I know y'all want to continue this vibe with your boy. I said with your boy, continue to activate your sexy to the premise of the premium level. And I knew you don't want to do this.
Lois, let me handle this. Chris, I'm going to say this in a way an Italian mechanic would understand. You're breaking your mother's heart.
So since you don't want to break your mother's heart, like, comment, and subscribe. Hey. Turn your post notifications on. I'm emotional, and I am gone. It's the transmission.
They're not drugs, no, they're plants. Yes. Show love, be grateful, give thanks. Yes. They're grown organically, not artificially enhanced.
Came to get down. You know that I came to get down. Came to get down. Me and my squad, we came to get down. Came to get down. You know that we came to get down. Came to get down.